been such a long time since I've updated anybody on what's going on with us. I did actually kind of consider not doing it anymore because I thought it was too much to handle, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to take care of him and do videos. And really, when it comes down to it, it's not a big deal to do. And since I'm you a smiler? Yeah, you a smiler? So I've decided to get back into it, and I want to try to do different videos, more videos. So give me your insight if you want to see anything that you know, I never did in the past that you want to see now, or anything that you want my intake on, or from what I've learned just from having a newborn and all that kind of stuff. So I'll give you our 2-month update. Weston is 9 weeks and 1 day. And he is a big boy. He's 13 pounds and 11 ounces. He is 25¼ inches long. So he has gained 4 inches in length, which blows my mind. So he has grown a lot. And he doesn't fit into a lot of his clothes anymore. It's okay. His newborn stuff pretty much didn't fit him after about the 3rd week. We had to get into 0 to 3 month clothing. Some stuff I was able to fit him in, but there were some things that I kind of was just like, I don't want to put him in this because it's too tight. And even if like it kind of fits, it's too tight around the waist or whatever. So we had to go into the 3-month stuff, and now we're in some 6-month stuff. So I think I'm going to have a bit of a problem with some of the clothing that I bought based on the season. I have a lot of summer stuff that's 6 and 9 months, and I have a feeling that he's going to fit into them either now, like the 9-month stuff he'll fit into when he's like 6 months. So I'm a little bit worried because I did spend quite a bit of money before he was born, not realizing. So definitely tips to you mothers that haven't had babies yet. Don't buy anything over 6 months. There's probably a lot of people that would agree with me, or that probably would never even do that anyways. But there were so damn cute things that I just wanted to buy him. What I noticed though is a lot of Carter's things run either true to size or small. He's learning to stick his tongue out now, so that's all he does, and chews on his hands. So I noticed that some of the Carter stuff was just really shrinking and really being small, so I had to, you know, get different stuff or tell people that we're going to be buying him Christmas gifts, like buy him 6-month stuff, buy him bigger things, you know, even for now, because he's so long. He's not really that thick, he's just really long, and some of his sleepers we've even cut the feet out because his feet are pushing out of it. We're doing pretty well with holding his head up. I mean, obviously in the beginning they're so wobbly, so compared to that he's really well. Tired baby. His eyes haven't changed that much. I would say that they're probably like a gray, bluish, greenish color. I don't think they're going to go brown, but I have read that their eyes can turn up until they're a year. And I thought it was, you know, once the 3rd month come, it was pretty much, that was the color of their eyes. So who knows what they're going to be. He loves his mama. He's #1 mama's boy. My poor husband can't even hold him for very long without him crying and wanting me. And that's my own fault. And the fact that we don't live around a lot of families, so I'm really the sole person that he hangs out with. Hold on 1 second. We, you know, have to improvise with that. And we're really trying to make it so that he can, you know, be held by someone for a long period of time without me actually holding him. So he's doing really well with you know, doing all the cooing and blowing bubbles and all that stuff. I think he might have a little bit of reflex. Nothing that I'm concerned about or have to tell the doctor. She actually kind of noticed that he was like kind of coughing and then he would kind of spit up his own spit, and she says that's usually a sign of reflux. But if he's not complaining while he's eating, or he's just not eating, period, then you really don't have much to worry about. So, and he'll grow out of it, I'm sure. So, breastfeeding is going really well. Like you guys had seen in the beginning, I did have a little problem with my supply, and pumping really helped, and I still do pump once in a while, maybe about once or twice a week. And sometimes I just do one session. I don't do it all day long. I just do one 5-ounce bottle, and that's about it for the day, and then I freeze it or I leave it in the fridge for my husband to feed him. So it's going really well. We are co-sleeping and bassinet sleeping. He sleeps in bed majority of the time with us because he is a late sleeper. It's really funny because he doesn't sleep very much during the day. He probably sleeps 4 times for about a half an hour to 40-minute naps, which I guess would be kind of a lot. But he sleeps really well during the night. He sleeps, from either 10 or 11 till about 9 o'clock in the morning. But that's the problem, is that he goes to bed so late. Of course, I love the fact that I get to sleep in, but are you laughing? Are you laughing? But it's kind of sucks when, we might as well want to go to bed, and he's, being cranky and kind of losing that time that he should have been down, and now he's overly cranky. So, we're trying to work on that. I usually end up nursing him to sleep, or it's the time that he has to nurse anyways, and he ends up falling asleep. That's another thing that I've noticed with nursing, is that the time frame between nursing is getting longer. He's obviously becoming a better and more efficient eater, and I do feed him on both sides for 5 to 10 minutes on each side. Sometimes he'll eat more on one and then fall asleep. I'll wake him up, and then he'll only eat on the other one for like 5 minutes. But I try to do that as much as possible, and I'm noticing that he's not wanting to eat. For instance, it's now 20 after 12, and he ate at 9:45. So, he's stretching his times out a lot more. Before, it used to be every hour and a half to 2 hours, and then it was every 2 hours, and then it was every 2.5, and now I'm sometimes even stretching him to 3.5 hours. I don't want to go any further than that, but usually at that point he's really hungry and he's crying, and I kind of go by what he wants. Of course, I did implement the easy method from the Baby Whisperer book, and that's eat, activity, sleep, and you. And it's funny because that type of method is actually just what you do anyways, majority of the time. But sticking to it is obviously the strong part. So that's what I've been trying to do. But because of this change in the time frame, I've had to kind of adjust. So yesterday was really the first day that I noticed that. So I have to, I'm trying to work on getting him on an actual easy schedule. He talks a lot. Well, not talks, but he really does interact with you. He knows his voice. If he's whining and you kind of like talk back to him, or like kind of whine back to him to kind of calm him down, he will just start, like, instead of crying, he'll start gooing and gnawing and doing all these funny sounds, because he loves to hear his voice. He smiles. He really does what you do. If you smile, he'll smile back. If you stick your tongue out, he'll stick his tongue out. And I'm noticing he's having better coordination with his arms and legs. He's not kicking, like, out of sync kind of thing, what they do in the beginning when they have no control, well, kind of no control over their limbs. He seems to have better control. His arms, he'll move them to go to his mouth, and he'll bite his mouth instead of just moving them all around and smacking himself in the face. So that's really nice to see. But yeah, he's doing really well. For me, postpartum 9 weeks, I'm not back down to my pre-pregnancy weight, but I'm not worried about that. I figure from a year from now, if I'm not down to my pre-pregnancy weight, then I'll be upset, but I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine with my pre-pregnant or postpartum body. I do have a little bit of a pooch, and I still have about 10 pounds to lose to my pre-pregnancy weight, and I have 20 pounds to lose to what I actually want to be at for, you know, me feeling good and stuff. But yeah, I'm doing really well, and so is he, and I think he wants to feed. So there's Weston. Say hi. Let's say hi. Are you hungry? And like I said, let me know if you guys want to see any certain videos, and I will be back soon. So have a great weekend.